very frequently I would go to the ocean beach in the South Shore, Robert Moses Beach, for those of you that are from Long Island, Robert Moses. And I used to go with my grandparents a lot. And my grandfather always used to look at the lifeguards there and say, those are, like I remember as a kid, vividly, those guys work. Those guys are in great shape. Those lifeguards, like they're real lifeguards. And I remember every time he always spoke about it, you would see these lifeguards. They jump out, they rescue people, they bring people in. And growing up, I'm never a great swimmer, but I decided around like 16, I became a lifeguard, and I was a lifeguard on the Long Island Sound on the North Shore. But summer of '95, I had that like little burn that I wanted to try to become an ocean lifeguard. I knew it was going to require a lot of work, but I remember my grandfather always saying how they were, you know, the top guys, always, you know, in great shape. And I just said, you know, I was on the Long Island Sound, twirling my whistle, you know, making money. It wasn't fun. It was getting boring, and I always wanted to push myself. So a friend of my mother's knew, and for those of you guys from Long Island, knew one of the heads of lifeguards at Smiths Point County Park. And Smiths Point Lifeguards is one of the, they've never had a drowning there ever, and it's one of the top lifeguards beaches in the country. They compete nationally in Rehoboth, Maryland, and they always do very well. And I had my mother, she reached out to the friend, and I wanted to know if I can train with them, because you have to take another test to be the ocean lifeguard test. So I was able to train with them, and I would go really early in the morning, or I'd go after I was lifeguard in the afternoon, and I would train with these guys. And a standard workout, the first day I got there, their normal workout in the morning, it starts off with a 3-mile beach run. Now, as you guys know, you know when you're near the water and the water's like harder and like that's the flatter area, like the road? No, it was started off the top of the beach, and you run in a straight line, you run with these guys, and all you could hope for is that your foot would go in the step with the guy in front of you, so you had literally like some way to have stability. And you run, and then they'd hit the 1.5-mile mark on the beach. And then on the way back, everybody got like single file, and I'm like, what's this about the first day? And like, oh no, this is the train. I go, what do you mean? They said, well, the guy in the back, as we're doing the 1.5-mile from back, has to sprint to the front, and then once he gets to the front, he's the leader, and you wait, and it trains all the way around. And we did that for 1.5 miles on the way back. I said, well, I guess this is why these guys are the best. So we finished that, and then, this is every day they do this, every morning. Then, what they do is we finish, and they said, David, we're now going to do 3 dooney entries. I'm like, 3 dooney entries, what's that? And out in the water, like 50, 75 yards out, is a big orange buoy. And the back of the beach is this huge dune that's like 15 feet high with a berm that you can go up and you go down it, and it comes around the other side, and you come down back to the beach. They said, we go all line up the line, we blow the whistle, you swim out 75 yards, you can't break stroke, we go around the buoy, we swim back 75 yards, we run up the beach, go up the berm, we come down, and we do 3 loops. And I was just like, holy Jesus. So, and the water's freezing, like the springtime year. Like, you know what you do as a lifeguard in the ocean when the water's that cold? You get out of the water and you roll in the sand because it's hot. Like, that's a tip they gave me. They said, David, you're gonna be cold in training, so when you get out, you drop yourself in the ocean on the sand, because you guys all know on hot, and you just roll and you have sand in your body, but it actually holds your heat in. So you're doing this, you do the training, and I continue to push myself, and the time came, the end of the summer, and I said, all right, this is it. I trained, I work with these guys, I practice all the different rescues. I'm going to go for the ocean lifeguard test. And I'm driving to the beach, and it was a private beach in West Hampton that day, and I said, the only thing I asked for, the only thing, is please God, don't let the ocean be rough. Because if the ocean's rough, this test is about 3.5 hours long. It's very hard. I'm 160, probably 150 pounds at the time. A lot of the lifeguards I was training with are these big guys. And I'm driving in my Buick Skyhawk, 1989. And I pull into the parking lot, and I can still remember it so vividly. It had like the white, in the West Hampton Beach, like the white gravel rocks was the parking lot. And I got out of the car, and I'm walking up, and I'm getting up the berm, and I look over, and the ocean looks like that. And I just, like, my stomach dropped. I'm like saying to myself, and I see where the register, and I see these big lifeguards, some of them that helped me train. I said, they're saying to me right now, this guy's not going to make it. Like, he's 150, 160 pounds. He's not going to pass it. Like in my head, I had that voice. You know that voice like that you talks to you that you can't do this? So it was going there, you can't do this. You're not going to do this. David, look at these guys. So I went up to the table and I registered, and David Atkins, and then what they do is they take a big black permanent marker, they write the number of your registration number, so on your shoulder, and that's how they know who you are. So you have a swim cap on, you have a number, and there was about 75 of us there that day. So I'm already feeling defeated. I'm saying they're looking at me, they're saying stuff about me. I'm with these other bigger guys. This guy's a collegiate athlete. This guy's a huge high school swimmer, and then there's me, and I'm doing this test. And the first part of the test is the cross chest carry. And the cross chest carry is you get paired up with somebody, and they have a buoy past the breaker line. And this is what the ocean, I found this picture, but I vividly remember the waves aren't breaking on like the shore, like they're breaking out there and rolling in. And I know that from training that if you break stroke or you can't get through the water, you're done, you're out. So I'm already fighting this battle. And what they do is they put another buoy out past the breaker line. You get paired up with somebody, and one person's the victim, one person's the rescuer. The victim swims out, can't break stroke, and as the victim's almost there, they blow the whistle, the rescuer comes out, and when you get to the buoy, you have to take the guy to cross chest, you put your arm, you're behind them in the water, so like this is my arm, you have to put them up in your hip, and you have to do the side stroke all the way in. So I'm standing there, and now they start pairing us up with people. And I'm like, all right, please, like. So they call my number out, they call the next guy out, and I turn, and there is like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was like 6'2", jacked like Sagi, and I just was like, my stomach dropped, and I said, there's no way. Like, this guy's looking at me, he's probably gonna kick this guy's ass, I'm gonna do well in this test. I'm worrying what those people are thinking about me. They're saying, Dave Atkins is not gonna pass that day. So I had to rescue him first. And he swam out, and they don't even let you wait for him to get out there. Like, he swims out, once he's past the first set of waves, you're on his tail, you're swimming, you can't break. And literally, the way you run through the water, you dive in, and you literally grab the sand, and you force yourself, you porpoise, and you're doing the butterfly. You're going through the breaker line of the waves, and you're swimming, and you get to the bottom, you force yourself up. And I'm going, and like I was in shape, so I'm getting through, and I'm swimming to the guy, and I get to him, put him on my arm, going through, and he was a little buoyant. I will say that helped a little. And I'm going through, and you actually talk. He's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm okay. You okay?" You go back and forth, and he has to just lay there. And they have lifeguards on jet skis and other boards watching. If that guy gets caught kicking, you're disqualified. He has to lie there. So you're going through, and then you get to the breaker line where the waves are breaking, and you have to then take the guy, and you have to get him. You have to put him on your back. Right? And if you really get down low, and then you have to walk up the beach, and then you got to go up the hill, and then when it comes to that point, then you have to take a knee, and you have to roll the guy down, and then place his head down if you have to do CPR. Like, that's the whole part of the test. So I got the guy on my back, and and I carried him up, and I placed him down, and instantly it's like, go, you got to go back out.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm swimming out, and now I'm the victim. And I'm swimming, I'm not even through the waves. I hear the whistle blowing, this guy's swimming behind me. We get out there, he grabs me, now I'm the victim. And I'm lying there, and we get to the breaker line, and he goes to pick me up, and the one wave hits. And the thing is, if you get knocked over, as long as you don't lose the grip of the victim, you're okay, because the ocean's very powerful. It's not like if you fall, they kick you out, but you gotta hold on. So we get to the breaker line, and he gets hit by a wave, he drops me. He grabs me, he's still with it, he picks me up again, another wave, drops me again. Third time, he's like in the middle of it, I'm now getting I'm banged up because I'm banging in the sand, picks me up again, drops me, he's like, I quit, I'm done. 70-something guys took the test that day, and I was one of 6 that passed. That day. I ended up lifeguarding at Smith's Point, best job in the world. My grandfather, exactly what he said. I mean, we would do that standard workout every morning. Then if it was a rough day, you're rescuing a dozen people. Just an unbelievable job. But something stands out to this that I relate to the business. And that's that so many of us and so many of you coaches here today are so worried about what other people think of you, so worried about what they're saying about you, as I was in that test, that you probably know those people better than you know yourself. I'm telling you right now, because you sit there, you have that voice, and I've had it in the lifeguarding, and we hear the stories, family's not supportive, friends aren't supportive, people are talking about you, and that is what's stopping you from being successful, because we're so concerned about what everybody else is thinking of us. But I finally realized that, guys, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Like, the fact that it's turned into a six-figure business for Kristen and I, and she's going to come home from school, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. But this is the thing, guys, and remember this. So many of you are not taking advantage of the lifetime of the opportunity. You know it's there, but you're not taking advantage of it. You're sitting there letting people control your mind. And that's such a big problem. And then people say to me, David, how do you stay motivated? I had a coach tell me this week, who's not here, oh, you're successful because Kristen and you guys are a good team. Let me tell you something. 4 years ago when I started, I didn't have a team. Kristen supported me but wasn't a coach. I was up late at night too. I didn't watch TV up to 11:30. My coach quit. I had no help, no team calls, no systems, no nothing. But I knew of the lifetime of the opportunity, and I had to drive it. I will go to Google. I'll go to YouTube. I will figure it out because I realized this is a lifetime of the opportunity. And so many people aren't focusing on the opportunity. You're all focusing on the obligation. And that's the difference. You need to focus on the opportunity and stop worrying about the grind of the obligation. Because if you focus on as simple things as doing the team cup one day at a time, I never said, oh, I'm going to be 40-something months in a row in Success Club. No, I said this month, I'm going to hit Success Club, 5 points. And then next month, I'm going to hit it. And then next month, I'm going to hit it. And then 2 years in, my wife came into the business. But like, people have the audacity to think that this just happened like this. No, they don't know the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to get there. They didn't see me by myself late at night and saying, not letting other people control what I think. But as we move on, guys, life is going to knock you down. Life is going to punch you in the face, right? Things are going to happen. Yesterday, I found out my aunt has cancer. Earlier this week, I found out that my grandmother probably has cancer. 6 weeks ago, Kristen's aunt has cancer. Circumstances around you are going to happen. But I need you to do what this girl here has done. This girl here, if you don't know, she has cancer and she fought back. This girl right here had her last chemo treatment this week. And guys, if she can do it, what's your excuse? Are you kidding me? She's not a diamond coach because she showed up today. She's a diamond coach because she worked her ass off while she still had chemo going on with little kids at home, sick. And she worked the business. That's why she's
Love you.
So what I need you guys to do is I need you to fight back. And fight and fight and fight. And let me tell you, it's not that you can't be successful. No, that's not it. You all can be successful. But a lot of you cannot outlast the old you in order to become the new you. It's very true. I'll say it again. You can't outlast the old you in order to become the new you. And that's going to hold you back. It's just, I mean, what Kelly did, it is really, there's no excuse. Guys, stop treating the business like you finish a yoga workout, right? And you're like, ah, I feel good. And I posted a video of this to some of my coaches a couple weeks ago. Like, Dave, what did it take to get to elite? What did it take to rank in the company? I said, you know what it took? You finish a workout like yoga, you go for a 5-mile walk and you feel good and you finish, you're like, ah, I feel good. I said, that's how most people treat their business. But what you need to do is You know how you feel after like an insanity workout or max 30 and you're on the ground at the end and you have no breath and like your lungs are hanging out of your chest? Right? That's how you have to treat the business. You're stuck in third gear. Right? You're stuck in third gear. Get out of third gear. Start owning yourself and owning the business.
Woo!
Guys, you saw me. I got it. I hit elite coach. I think I finished 121st in the company this year. I did it, right? But this is your year. This is your time, right? If not you, who? If not now, when? Right? We just finished Summit. This is your year. I challenge you to go all in. Like, this should be you. It can change your life. Take advantage of it. Trust and believe in the process. This is your year. So each and every one of you, where you are today, I want you to commit to yourself 110%. I want you to stop worrying about the voices that are telling you you can't do it. I want you to take advantage of the lifetime of the opportunity. And I want you, when the next year drops, to get on that stage and go all in. Thank you guys. Let's have a great day.